It's good to hear that our economy is growing at a faster rate than most. Once again, we hear there is to be support for businesses that export our products. Does that mean that past measures of support haven't worked? So will the 2014 ones work? We need to be exporting goods, especially that London looks to be slipping off the top spot as the financial capital of the world. The increase in annual investment allowance from 250,000 to 500,000 is welcomed, but keeping track of what was bought and when and within what period of account in order to work out what tax relief is due is turning out to be a complex job. I'm pleased that savers are getting more support. They deserve it. They have been unfairly treated over recent years and should be rewarded for their sensible planning for the future. I'm surprised at the level of increase in the ISA level from 11,520 to 15,000, and also that it can be in cash. I expect this to be a significant enough change to tempt savers. Private pensions have had a shake-up, and extra flexibility in choices for taking pension income and not having to purchase an annuity should be a help with the longer-term pension planning that needs to be done, especially in view of the increase in life expectancy. The other side of the coin is that if all of the pension pot is extracted earlier on, then the pensioner might run out of savings, whereas if they had an annuity, that would at least keep a flow of income going. I wonder if the savings and pension shake-ups are part of a strategy whereby people will have some form of pension pot available when they retire. I believe the pension pot to be quite a low sum, maybe under £20,000 as an average for people in the country. So will the new measures encourage people to do more to save for their own pension? The increase in childcare tax breaks will be welcomed by working parents and should be good for the long-term health of our economy. The rules for expensive residential properties need careful consideration. These rules apply to residential properties held or owned by companies and non-natural persons. The limit was £2 million and is now down to £500,000. This is likely to catch quite a few London properties. A new garden city at Ebbsfleet? I expect it will be a boost for the area, but wonder if it will deepen the north-south divide. The government continues to target what they consider as tax avoidance schemes, where there will now be a guilty until proved innocent regime. Some sellers of the scheme may have used a sales pitch whereby the delay in paying tax because of going into the scheme creates a cash flow advantage for the taxpayer because it takes HMRC many years to fight the case and collect the scheme if it fails. Whilst on the subject of paying tax, HMRC are to be given powers to collect debts from bank accounts of people who can afford to pay but refuse to do so. The new £1 coin is to be introduced in a few years' time. I understand that is because of the amount of counterfeit ones in circulation. Why it will take 3 years, I don't know, but I do know that means 3 more years for the counterfeiters to cash in. I see the design is to be like the old threepenny bit. Oh well, what goes around comes around.